If you're anything like me, you brought the one-step looper thinking it would be your saving grace. The key to making consistent, perfect loops while eliminating the need for other tools, allowing you to save time by cutting steps. Unfortunately, you can toss all those expectations straight into the trash because this product sucks. Yes, the tool makes consistent size loops, but honestly, that's the only consistent thing about it. You still need a basic understanding of how loops are made to use this tool properly. The loops rarely close all the way, so you'll still need pliers to finish the job, and once you're pulling out extra tools and spending time fixing things, it defeats the entire point of a one-step tool. If you're a beginner eager to buy this tool as your guide to perfect loops, don't. Your time is better spent watching good tutorials and developing your skill yourself. If you're buying the one-step looper to save time or simplify your workflow, it's not worth it. You'll spend just as much time closing loops manually, and on an extremely unlucky day, the tool might bend the wire instead of cutting it, so you're also going to need a pair of wire cutters. Now, there is a target audience for this tool, and if that's you, it might actually be worth purchasing despite the flaws. If you want to prevent hand strain, or you're currently dealing with joint pain or mobility issues, this could be a very helpful addition to your toolkit. It takes very little pressure to use, which helps reduce fatigue, and for that alone, I get why some people might love it. But keep in mind, this tool is wide and awkwardly shaped. I personally find it hard to use with just one hand. I often end up pressing it against my chest or using my other hand just to stabilize my grip and get the angle right. The one-step looper is not a perfect tool by any means, but if you already have it and you're willing to manage your expectations, it can be workable. Another issue worth mentioning is that it's very hard to get a flush loop next to your bead or charm. I usually have to leave a small gap between the loop and my design, and I'm not a fan of that. If you try to close it too tightly, you risk damaging the bead, especially if it's made out of glass or another delicate material. The product itself is easy to operate, technically speaking. You slide your beads onto the wire, insert the excess into the looper, and feed the tip through the small hole to hold it in place. Then you just squeeze the handle and it loops the wire and trims the end. That's what this product should do. But what it actually does depends on the angle, wire gauge, and a bit of luck. Once you accept that the one-step looper is overhyped and not going to be flawless, it can be a decent piece in your toolkit. There's a time and a place for it, especially if you've already brought it and you just want to make the most of it. This might be a smart investment for you, but it's definitely not something you necessarily need. So I hope my disappointment helped you figure out if the one-step looper is the right investment for you. Let me know your experience with it in the comments. Were you also disappointed, or do you love it? And if you're into fun, bold, and beautiful earrings and don't mind a small business owner who always has something to say, hit subscribe and stick around. I'd really love to have you here. Until my next video, remember to shine bright, be bold, and feel beautiful.